fourth installment of our 18-part series. Better know Riverbend. Today, we're talking about the par 3 third and the par 4 fourth.
The fighting third and fourth.
Let's go straight to it. Lenny, flyover. The par 3 third. Now, one thing that's interesting about this, you see, it is a 207 up to 220 yard hole, but if they use the back tees, and Lenny, breaking news, I'm just going to tell you what I saw when I was there on Wednesday.
Don't say it.
Those back tees are...
Don't say they're cut.
Well manicured. That tee box can be up to 245 yards.
Gosh.
And Russell, I know you're listening right now. You don't want to do that. Come on, buddy.
You don't want to hear that Skyla.
All right, so here's the flyover. This hole historically,
Not
I feel
good.
like we have this hole a lot. Here's the green. Right here on this green is a giant tier.
Yep.
Like this guy right here who's putting, he's about to fall over.
He falls backwards after he hits the putt. You don't see it, but he rolls all the way down the hill.
It is San Andreas right here. And
The rock comes out.
Normally, the pin is beyond that tier. I've rarely played it where the pin is anywhere in the front.
Yep.
Normally, you have to go over that tier. If you're short of the tier, it is a tough two-putt. If you're long up here, which I always
as can be,
as I always am, it is very fast. So, past triumphs and failures. I feel like we kind of always have this one.
I do too, and I feel like it's always, we're never on the green and we're always chipping on. That's what I feel like.
Yeah.
Although I do have the memory of last year when I completely I hit the most uninspiring iron out of bounds. I think.
The out of bounds shot.
Yeah. So I do have that memory, which is
a debacle,
which is positive.
So I remember in the fourth final major, I had a putt here to go up 2 early, and I missed it. So I was up. I stayed up 1, but I thought that was a big missed opportunity. I think it was a 4-footer.
Yeah.
But we don't have footage of this one. But I remember in the first final major, the 36-hole final major, I was up 4, and I had a putt to win this hole and go up 5.
Yeah.
And I think it was also like a 4 or 5-footer, and I misread it, and it did not go in.
Yes.
And then you know what happened. Eli came charging back. The name of this hole from 2 years ago, we named it Beast of Burden.
Rolling Stones?
You're a pretty girl.
Okay, I feel like we need to change that.
Yeah, I don't think it's Beast of Burden.
No.
I think it's...
what about 7-10 split? Because we're always going to split it.
Unless you hit it out of bounds again. Let's insert that into his brain a little bit more, Lenny.
Let's call it 7-10 split unless you hit it out of bounds again. That's the name of the hole.
That's the whole name. Lenny,
Let's
put
go.
it up. Type the whole thing out.
Some holes still know how business is done.
Some holes still know how to add extra words to their name. All right, that is hole number 3.
Love it.
Let's move
to the fighting fourth.
Hole number 4.
You don't have to go far.
It's right there.
Yep.
Hole number 4, 388. And this is an interesting tee shot. So they've taken out a number of trees on the left side over the years.
Mm-hmm.
But I always think this tee shot is easier than it is because...
that tree.
Here's why. That tree right there on the right. That tree right there on the right is 271 yards from our tee box.
Man, I never would have guessed that tree was that far.
So if you hit a drive, even if you hit a driver, but maybe you don't catch all of it.
Right.
Like I did last year, you are behind this tree. And I had to, I don't know if you remember, I had to play
you hit a
beautiful
little punch cut up.
But you don't really want to be playing a punch cut.
No.
So you could lay back.
Mm-hmm.
You could hit a shot like a 230 shot.
Yep.
Would leave you about 150 in. So that's not, I mean, it's a wedge, a 9-iron maybe.
Yep.
That's not bad. But perfect shot is right at this tree.
Yes.
Right at that little tree that's not in play.
Yep.
Even like the left side rough is a great place to go, great angle to be coming in from. So what are you going to hit, Eli? I'm going back and forth on this one.
It's driver. It's driver. You just can't go right.
I
think you aim left side of the fairway and you just go hammer it.
Up at the 290 mark, you've probably got 90 yards of width. Driver right at this left side of that tree, I think, is the great play.
Yep.
All right, let's see. Past triumphs and failures. What comes to mind, Eli?
I have a weird history here. I have some, I don't know if you remember, and I don't know what major it was. We weren't playing in front of anybody. But I have a history of bombing the ball on this hole and usually hitting a pretty decent shot. Like, I've had several birdies here.
You've had an eagle.
Yeah, but I also have the memory last year of, I don't know how far I hit that freaking ball. I was so mad coming off of 3.
It was so far.
I torched that ball. And I think I had 65 yards in, and I think I hit it 32 yards to continue my hot streak of just wonderful wedge play. So I don't know.
Look at this.
I've never seen a ball there.
I mean, who hits it there? Oh, chocolate.
Laying up to my yardage.
So he's lining up his yard.
Seriously? You got that. All right, we can't do 18 holes with this club like last year.
But I mean, you made. I remember the specific distance. Well, I think I do. I want to say you had 42 yards, and that might have been from the. We might have been playing the up tees, but I think you had 40 yards one year. Maybe their second year.
Yeah, and I hit it within. I had like a tap in for birdie.
No, you made it.
Oh, did I make it?
I thought you flew one in.
I don't know that I flew one in, but I do remember a shot that was like a foot out from the cup.
Oh no! You're right. You're right.
Yeah. I remember going up and going, okay, that was. I mean, it was so close. We were like, okay, that's good.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You've hit some great shots here.
But you remember season 1 episode, final major episode.
Yeah.
You canned. I mean, it was like a 50-foot putt that just. And I remember going, freaking, here we go again.
He's go.
He's just going to destroy me all day on the greens, and there's nothing I can do about it. What about you? What comes to mind?
I've missed right the past few years, which is just there's no reason to miss right.
Yeah.
So I just haven't hit a good tee shot here. But again, that is so far away from my mind because I am so good now.
It is at this point when I admit I am the greatest.
I am the greatest. So yeah, I'm just taking down that left side and hammering it. Let's go.
Love it.
Let's go. All right, we named this hole 2 years ago Randolph Childress.
What? I mean, the only thing I can think about is the
crossover,
the crossover, and
you cross over the road.
The wave. Is that
when he told Jeff McGinnis to get up and he made get up and made the 3? But I don't know what that means.
I don't care. It's so random. I think we keep it.
I think we have to keep it.
We have to keep it. Love it.
And we could go back and listen to figure out why we did that, but why would we want to do that? Let's just keep it in lore.
You don't want to do that.
And with that, that
ends
ends the 4th hole. We'll be back tomorrow with hole 5 and 6 here on Better Know Riverbend. Fight hard, everybody.
Let's go.
It's a crossover, and you cross over the road to 4, and you get to Randolph.
Maybe we're giving away a free hybrid on this hole this year. That's why we're keeping the crossover name.
Titleist, I'm not sure if you heard that, but we're now giving away a hybrid.
Oh, I'm in a car. The crossover.
Toyota, get your Prius.
Titleist, get in the car game quickly.
What if Titleist came out with a car?
What do you think it would be named?
The Pro V car. I think you should do it,
Titleist,
guys.
what are you all doing? Get with it.
Just manufacture a car, guys.
Give the boy a car. Give the boy a manufactured car.
Let the OEM make a car.